Hello and welcome back to another episode of
Tube
Talk. Tube Talk.
Exciting episode.
Exciting episode, welcome back, by the way. Okay, let's crack into last week.
Should we tell the viewers our sad news?
If you would like to.
We had to put our lovely pussycat down, Dougie down, after 17 years, didn't we?
We did.
7.5 years.
But
He was a cool cat and we're very sad, aren't we?
We are, but he was a very cool cat and it was his time.
It was just the right time, but we're a bit sad this week.
We're a bit upset, but we're going to be okay. And now, let's hop into Tube Talk.
Okay.
Last week we had 2 winners, 2 seconds and a third. I think that deserves a little round of applause. Okay.
It was a good week.
We'll start off with our winners. And we'll go with Prince Manbo, who won. And his next start is a listed $50,000 race.
Yeah, so he won on Saturday. Really good ride from Daryl Bradley. Got to the front, set up a good tempo, kicked away, won well. That's his 3rd win from his last 6 starts. And he's just loving racing and being a racehorse. So he will now race next on the 20th of May in the Rangitikei Gold Cup, as you said, a listed $50,000 race. And looks a good race for him to get him with a low weight. Quite exciting, because he can run on almost any track conditions as well.
Awesome.
Good old horse making a strong comeback.
Another one we had was Charpel. Here's the catch though. She won on Sunday, but had raced previously on Friday and came second.
Yeah, so 2 starts with second and a first. Fantastic over the weekend. Really, one of a very satisfying win. We knew she had it in her. Her second was good. She came to the race well, and she hung on well on Sunday. And she's obviously a mare that likes good tracks, and she's a stayer. The upshot of it is she's entered to be sold on the 9th of May, and so she's probably going to be. She will be sold probably on that day. So that should help her value to be sold as a future racing and breeding proposition. But you know, for Ian Patterson, Tim Pankhurst, and all the syndicate, but those guys had a special day on Sunday and they drank a bottle of Verve before the race. That they'd been saving for her first win, and that they should have done that before her first start, because clearly that was the key to her winning, them drinking champagne before the race, not waiting. So it's fantastic.
There you go. And, sorry, I'm a bit mind blank. We also had another second, which was Passing Shot on Saturday. Yeah,
and he's a horse that's refound form. He was gelded, and since his gelding, he's needed a couple of starts. He's found his fighting qualities again. On an unsuitable track, you know, he led, got taken on, kicked away, was only run down the last couple of strides for second. So he's had a really good end to his campaign, and he'll now go and spell for a couple of months. He's had a long campaign. He's never really had a big spell, so we'll give him a good 2-month spell before we bring him back. And we'll aim it at the major sprints over summer, and we may look at the Stewards handicap for him down at Riccarton as well in November. So he's done great to see him back. Like Manbo, great to see it. Even though he didn't win, he's placed his last 3 starts.
Awesome.
And he's got those fighting qualities back.
Mm-hmm. And our third, we actually just watched together, was No Return, who ran in Sydney.
He ran 3rd in Sydney, loomed up, looked like he'd win, was just a bit flat. We'll wait and talk to Chris. I just wonder if he's had a long campaign, if he needs a break. He's the kind of horse he's living up to win all the time, but not quite going past, so we might need to change tactics on him, I think. But he may also need a spell. So we'll see what happens there.
It was really fun and interesting to watch though.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? Yeah, he's a cool horse. Like, he's always thereabouts. He's always running, you know, he's always in the race, in the fight.
There you go. And this week, we have got 5 runners, I believe, so we better get cracking into that.
Okay.
We'll start off on Friday night in Singapore, race 3, we've got Holy Grail.
Holy Grail last start 4th over 1,700 metres. He got back, there was a tearaway leader, he had to get moving early and cover a lot of ground and ran 4th. So same distance, slightly better draw, he'll jump from barrier 7 of 12. Should settle a little bit closer. And is improving all the time, and there's a genuine each way chance in a $35,000 race. Vlad Jurek sticks with him. Post this, if he was to win on Friday, great. If he didn't, there's a 2,000 metre race on the turf in 2 weeks' time, which would be ideal for him, I think. But touch wood, he can win on Friday night.
And in race 4 that day, we've got Chariots of Fire.
Very, very smart.
Yes,
very, very smart horse. Last start winner coming back from a small injury. He's racing over 1100 metres on the poly track. Does have a wide draw, so he's going to need a bit of luck because he's going to have to go forward, and he probably needs the run a little bit. But he's that good, he could win. Mm-hmm. He's a smart horse. Mm-hmm.
And on Saturday at Te Rapa, we've got Sophies Choice.
Yes.
Yeah, but... Woo!
So Sophie's Choice, we gave her a little break after her last race. She came back, trialled beautifully a couple of weeks ago. Won her trial, sprinted clear, and then just eased up on her. So she's in a listed race on Saturdays. Natal's field, but it's a very, very strong field. It's a really good field of 2-year-olds. So, and she's unfortunately drawn the outside barrier, draw of 8. Kelly McCulloch to ride. But she's going well and she's tough. Very hard for her to win from that draw, but we would love to see her run in the first 3 and get some black type. That's a bit of a key that we're looking for, to try and run the first 3. If she can, it'll be a super effort because it looks a very strong field. But she is tough and she's fast.
Mm-hmm. And race 8, we've got A Diva, who is fresh up over a mile.
So A Diva is a stayer, and we're just giving her a little mini prep before we put her out for the winter. So she's been galloping really well this week, but a mile you would think would be too short for her. She's drawn well barrier 3, so should be able to sit reasonably handy with Danielle Johnson in the saddle. I suspect it'll be too short for her, but if she can run in the first 5, it'll be a very good run with a view to her next start over ground. She'll have 1 to 2 runs over ground as long as the tracks stay reasonable before going out.
Mm-hmm. And on Saturday at Riccarton Park in the rating 85-1200, we've got Pinzano.
Pinzano fresh up, very fast horse, can be slightly erratic. She tends to run to the outside fence a bit, but does go well fresh. Gets in with a low weight, barrier 2, doesn't mind cutting the track. She should get that as a genuine each way chance. Will improve with the run, but wouldn't be surprised at all to see her in the first 3.
Now it is time for Bet of the Week, but before that, last week we were victorious once again.
We were. I reckon about our last 5 picks in a row have won. Like we had one really week scratching, but I reckon.
Don't give me credit for this. It's all you.
No, it's the vibe. It's Manbo.
I would just pick the ones with cool names. Okay, so this week, drum please, is Selfie running race 5 at Waikato.
So I know a lot of the bets of the week we've been picking have been between sort of $2.80 and $4, but they're winning. So we're sticking with that. Selfie is a horse who was a very, very good 2-year-old. Lost his way a bit, lost a little bit of form, and he's come back and won his last 2 starts in a row. And often these horses that are like that, a bit like Prince Manbo, who have been very good horses, when they regain form and start winning, they love it, and they just keep winning for a while. And I think he may be in the same boat. His last 2 wins have been very good. His last one last week was impressive. I think he will sit up, well, he'll probably sit in midfield somewhere. He's got a very, very good burst of speed, and I can see him winning, and I can see us getting $3 to $4 about it. So, Selfie is our bet of the week.
Mm-hmm. And we've got a couple announcements before we finish Tube Talk today.
2 announcements.
We will start off with, I think, how do I phrase this? You say your special announcement first.
Okay. Well, the first announcement, well, 2 things to say. One is we have our Rip Van Winkle filly out of Back to Princess. We have just 5% left in her, and this is the filly that is a half sister of the Group 1 winner Ponderosa Miss, and a half to Ecuador, who's 3 times Group 1 placed. And I think we might have mentioned a couple of weeks ago, her full unraced 4-year-old sister sold for $350,000 Australian, which is $280,000 Kiwi, as a broodmare in Australia in April. So she has pretty much outfully doubled in value since we bought her in January. Regardless of what we do with her now, there's a very, very high baseline value. And of course, she's yet to race. And of course, Rip Van Winkle fillies are brilliant. I mean, Let Me Roar won 6 in a row and was then 3rd in the Easter. So she's a fantastic opportunity for someone that wants to snap up the last 5% share. She has enormous residual value before she even touches the track. So if anybody's interested, give me or Matt a call. complete the syndicate.
There we are. And the other exciting news for Dad is...
Should I'm going to say it?
Well, I feel like I probably don't... Doesn't affect me too much.
Well, but I'm going away for about 5 days. With Mum, we're going to Aitataki for 5 days, having a little break, which is great, and very much looking forward to recharging the batteries. Leaving on Friday, back in the office next Thursday, so we should be okay for Tube Talk, I think.
Should be a Tube Talk.
Week. Oh no, we might be back too late to get it
However,
done. We'll see.
If there is not a Tube Talk, you know why.
If there's not a Tube Talk, you know why. There may not be. Getting back Thursday might be a bit tough. That's why. But very, very much looking forward to it.
There we go. Thank you very much, Albert, for this Tube Talk.
Thank you, Sophie.
Thank you. And we will hopefully see you next week.
Otherwise, week after. Good luck, everyone.
See ya.